would I describe myself? Well, I'm a musician. I guess I'd say I'm an artist because I like to do lots of things. I like to do theater. I love talking to people, talking to crowds. I am an MSA major, Media Society and the Arts, and I am currently double minoring in studio composition and gender studies. I was at the first Ferguson protest on campus, and someone said something that stuck with me. She was like, we're here to learn art. We're not just learning art for ourselves to make art. We're learning about art and we're artists to make a difference, like to communicate what's going on in our world and what needs to be changed. And there's a sense of responsibility that I think is easy to ignore when you're an artist, and I don't want to be like that. And I think I'm learning how to. I think Red Theater has definitely helped with that, learning how to find my voice and find bravery to speak up about things that I care about and I think really matter. I think it's good that the Stud tries to incorporate queer artists. There's a scene that I haven't quite broken into, and I tend to like just chilling on the outskirts of things. When I perform, I'm supported, I think, mostly by my friends, and that's how it's always been. I don't exclusively have a queer audience, but I'm okay with that, and I value. I've had people who are queer come up to me after shows and feel like they've connected with stuff that I've written, and that's just the best feeling. The whole idea of theater is that you feel yourself represented in something, and while the human experience is universal and we can all relate to each other no matter what gender or anything like that, Viola has been like one of my dream roles for like ever, and the fact that I got to play it is still surreal for me. It is so freeing to play a part that I don't, like, of course I was acting, but I don't feel like I had to double act, you know what I mean? Like, I felt very comfortable. It was amazing. It would be beneficial to a lot of people if there were more queer characters. Feminist movement has always been varied. I think different people have different definitions of feminism. I think there are feminists that don't claim the title feminism and still believe in empowering yes, other women and people of all genders. My type of feminism, I like intersectional feminism. I like feminism that takes into account all forms of oppression. This might be controversial, but I don't know, like, should we even be looking for a new term? Getting to a point where we realize that these forms of oppression are all connected and they're all very important and need to be addressed. It's still seen as kind of progressive in feminist communities, I think, to talk about race, class, and gender, and I think those are very important things that need to be spoken about more and included in curriculums more. As a school that claims to think wide open, we should always challenge ourselves to think even more wide open. We should always challenge ourselves to think who we may not be including, you know, recognize that while our student community is diverse in many ways, not everyone feels as represented, and it's our job as a community, as students, to change that, affecting women and people of all genders, and it's important to remember those narratives. Share our stories, our own experiences, our own narratives. We get so impassioned about caring about other people that we try to speak for them, and I think the most important thing is to listen to other people so that they all feel comfortable sharing their stories. We can learn a lot that way. I don't feel entirely comfortable talking about my queerness, and that's a hard thing to admit, especially here because, like, you know, it's awesome. This is an environment where we are encouraged to be proud of our queerness, but not all of us come from places where we were raised that way, and it's something we have to unlearn. We have to learn how to love ourselves how we are and be proud to share those stories, and so that other people don't feel as alone. And I'm working towards it. I think a lot of us are, and I think we all come to that courage in our own time. Come out when you feel safe. Don't feel pressure from anyone to come out when you don't feel safe. You're not alone, and sometimes it feels like you are. The most important thing is to love yourself and surround yourself with people who love you how you are. And family won't always be like that immediately, or ever sometimes, so it takes a lot of courage to come out. But the most important thing is you're not lying to anyone. You're not lying to anyone if you don't come out immediately. It's okay to take time with these things. Love yourself.
They made a statue of us. on top. Now tourists come and stare at us, blow bubbles with their gum, take photos